Welcome back to another Field Tip Friday. I'm your host, Austin Sprinkel, and today instead of telling you how to set a spread, we're going to show you. Stay tuned. For this demonstration, we're going to be using a bag of Big Al's silhouettes, but the same spread we're going to be setting today can be used with full bodies as well. We'll also be having a layout blind to show you guys how to play the wind. Once we have our blind and our hide all ready to go, we're going to get to work on our spread. We're going to take a handful of decoys and we're going to go to the furthest points that we feel comfortable having our spread at. I have you guys set up right behind where our layout blind is going to be. And our spread is going to be out this way. Currently, you guys are facing to the west, so we're going to act like we have an east wind. And we're going to set up our spread accordingly. We're about 20 yards or so from where our blind's sitting, and this is where we're going to start our spread. Our bag of silhouettes has about 70 decoys in it, but we're only going to use about 30 for this demonstration. A good rule of thumb to have when you're setting a Canada spread like this, or even a duck spread, is keeping your decoys about 4 to 6 feet apart, keeping it nice and friendly, leaving lots of open pockets for the birds to land into your spread. Another tip for you guys when you're setting specifically a silhouette spread, and this can apply to full body spreads as well, but don't have all your decoys facing the same direction, because then when birds get to a certain angle, they're going to see this kind of clone figure mixed into your decoys, and you're not going to want that because it can cause the birds to be a little bit weary when they're trying to work into your spread. So instead, especially when you're running silhouettes, have your decoys facing different directions. So when the birds are doing a 360 around your spread trying to work in, they're always going to see decoys, and it's going to add some motion to your spread as well. A good tip for you guys, if you have any sleeper decoys you're running, it's best to run those on the outside of your spread, preferably on what would be considered the shoulders. Now that we have some of our furthest decoys set, we're going to set the closest ones we want to the blind and fill in between. This I usually like to have no closer than 5 to 10 yards away from me. With our blind right here, I'd say right here is a good spot to have our closest decoy, to keep our blinds out of the spread and keep the bird's eyes off our blinds and more on the decoys. We're about halfway done with our spread. Now to just do the other half over here. Now that we have the majority of our spread set, it's time to go back through and add a couple of detail spots for some realism in it. Right where I'm standing is the area that we want the birds to target for landing. A good way of doing this to show that some birds have already landed there is by taking a handful of upright decoys and putting them a couple yards out from the main spread. About right here looks good. Now, if you really want to add some diversity to your spread and mix and match different positions, something I like to do is add pairs in. Now, this can be simulated as taking an upright and a feeder and putting them within about a foot or even a couple inches of each other. This is a great way to bulk up certain areas of your spread where you want those birds to concentrate on. And it's a very common thing to see pairs of Canada geese and ducks landing into a spread like this. And just like that, our spread is set. Now, for demonstration purposes, we did not brush our blinds, but as you can see, there's a lot of green grass around, so that would be a good piece of material to use to stubble your blinds with. You can see out in the center of our spread where we want the birds to concentrate their landing on, we have our uprights over there, and to bulk up certain parts of our spread, you can see we have a couple of pairs set out as well. Throughout our whole spread, you can see open pockets for any small groups of birds to choose to land as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment any other spread tips you may have. I know a lot of beginners, it can be intimidating setting your first spread, especially as a solo hunter. So I hope this video helps clear some things up and brings you success in your field this year. We'll catch you guys in the next Field Tip Friday video. Thanks for joining us and good luck hunting this weekend.